Hi everyone. I want to start adding a plant a day videos in my channel, so here for the public to see. Usually when I see plant videos, I find that the information is not what I'm looking for, but I'm looking for like different appearance and characteristic and physical appearance of the plant from different angles, and how their petioles look like, how their smaller leaf look like, and how large leaves can get. So this is my first plant video, starting with one of my most favorite plants in my collection. This is called Anthurium giganteum. Anthurium giganteum. When I got it, it was it had like 2 or 3 of these little ones. I think I chopped one of them off because it got yellow. And then this is the only leaf that it came with. It's yellow from lack of humidity, not enough humidity. You know, the best way for these anthuriums to thrive is always in its ideal environment of maybe 70 or above. So I think it was a little bit too less humidity in that little corner it was squishing in, because there's no room for it to grow. But the new leaf looks very pretty and humongous. And that's why I love this plant. Look at the veins. Look at how the fact that it gets like plumpy like this underneath. You know, it started as a tiny leaf, and I'll show you that here is that baby leaf still coming out. Another one coming out, and this big one started off with as this tiny little guy. Okay, so as with most plants out there, each new leaf a lot of times will be bigger than the previous one. So I'm very excited to see how this little guy, how big it will become. It started as, like I said, this one here started as this small, and then it went from this big, and the petiole gets longer and longer and longer, and the leaf just got bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, look at this guy. It's massive, but it's so pretty. Look at the veins at the top, the leaf veins. And so I'm excited to see how the rest of this plant will look. So this was actually more, another funny, interesting thing I noticed about this plant is, a lot of plants, if anything, is this was more upwards when I first got it. When this leaf first came out, like more shooting upwards like this. But now it's starting to slant off to the side because it is making room for this new leaf to come out. And that's exactly what this one did earlier too. It was like the center of attention. It was the leaf, and then it started moving off to the side, squishing in that corner back there where I keep it. And it was to make room for this big, huge guy here. Okay. And so we'll see how this little leaf, and you know, with all plants, the sunlight is always this kind of indirect sunlight in the morning is perfect. Even, you know, afternoon, when if it's not too like direct, I think they're happy too. Humidity's got to be high for this plant. I think it's of course optimal if it's 70 to 80, but 60s they will thrive as well. And so that's why I'm having that humidifier back there for this guy to thrive, and sunlight, and only water when soil is dry. And because this is a pretty deep pot that I got it, so I always use water meter to let me know whether it is too dry or still wet all the way to the bottom. Usually I poke it pretty low to be maybe middle, lower half of the pot to make sure it's dry. If you water it too soon and it's still really wet down here, those roots down here can get overly soggy and they will start to root rot. All right, so this is my first a plant a day video.